transcendent, transformative. It's unlike anything that I've personally experienced before. I mean, it's not every day that I get to work with a director, a female of color, so that in and of itself was just incredible. To see someone like me in a position of power was so validating as an artist.
It's the best. It's such a blessing. So grateful to work under such a master teacher.
Just dedicated actor process of starting, instead of starting amping up, starting slowing down, starting regulating, starting finding your breath, letting go of all of the crap from the day and putting yourself in this sort of vulnerable state, and then building back up to a sense of who you are as a human being underneath all of the labels and jobs and titles and things like that.
The 4-directional breathing and that tool to be able to regulate the nervous system whenever it's needed. You know, to know that that dedicated actor time, that dedicated actor space is something that I can drop into at any time, and I have the tools to do so.
It's humbling. Nike has a lot of power and love when she enters a room. She is deliberate about what she says, and it's just humbling listening to her and being around her, because when she does direct her attention to you, you feel completely seen. Completely seen. And that's humbling to be around people like that, because I don't think you're often in spaces where you are completely seen by someone.
Working with Nike is very special to me because I know it will open up doors within myself that I might have been afraid to open before.
The work will be carried forward through my life, on stage, off stage. The teachings and the masterwork that she's given us translates directly into how I deal with the world, how I treat my fellow humans, and how I treat myself.
You feel completely safe because of the way that her process sort of welcomes you in and puts you in that vulnerable space and accepts that, like, you can live here in this vulnerability.
It's the ability to go to different emotional regions, if you will, and doing kind of the somatic work and the breathing exercises before helps to put you in a place where, rather than focusing on, I have to be sad in this scene that's coming up. I know in 2 scenes I need to be sad. Let me start getting ready to be sad. Working with Nike puts you in a space where you're just available to the emotions, so they come when you need them. And that has been just huge. It's a relief because it allows me to be in the moment of the show without being concerned about what's coming up. So I'm very live and in the moment. And then when it is time to be sad, I can be sad because I am sad. I can be excited because I'm excited, or scared, or manipulative, whatever the script or the role asks for. And that has been just hugely beneficial.
Her being very open about a trauma-informed space. Because when I found Nike, I was coming from a really dark mental health place, and I wanted to step back into acting and to feel safe to be able to do that. And so Nike just using that kind of language and then inviting us all to consistently power down and talking about the nervous system, talking about like what is biologically happening inside of our bodies. It completely empowered me to feel that I could actually step back into acting again. So in a way, her process is healing for actors.